I'm going to work on this other eye now, and it's a very similar approach to what I used before. And of course you want your eyes to match, so you kind of want to use the same color schemes and everything, unless there's some really strong light that's making one eye darker than the other, or kind of a different tone or color. But that's not the case here, so I'm just going to wet this down, and then I'm going to pick up some burnt sienna, kind of consistency of cream in my brush, and just drop that in just like we did with the other eye. And I'm going to pick up a little bit of ultramarine blue, because again this dog's eyes are more brown than burnt sienna. And then I'm just going to wait a little bit, because this is really wet, before I put in the pupil and the edge of the eye, because right now if I put it in right now it's gonna really run and not maintain enough shape. But like I said, for the other eye I want it to be soft, but not so soft that it's running everywhere and filling up the whole area. So I'm just letting this dry, and let's see how that works. It doesn't take long for it to dry, so let's just experiment a little. And so I'll go up here because this is all going to be a dark area anyway. It's holding its shape pretty well, so I think we're safe. Gonna get a consistency of almost paste now to do this edge. It's almost too dry. If it's too dry, if you decide it's too dry, you can always go back and like re-wet your area, which I'm just going to go in with pure water now and just kind of soften this edge with water. So that kind of worked. All kinds of little tricks you can use to soften things up. Put in more of the pupil. I always mix up pupil and iris. Sometimes I usually think the iris is the pupil and the pupil is the iris, so I have to think. Now I'm putting in some pure black right here to denote the pupil, right? Okay, I think I want this to be a little bit thicker, this little brown line through here. Just gonna add some more. Like that. Okay. Alright, I think we're getting there with these eyes. Do want to add a little bit of something here. Make that a little bit more of a pointier shape. I'm looking at my picture a lot right now because this is one area you want to kind of make sure you're right. In the actual picture there, this area comes up in here. Like that. And I'm probably going to go back in here and soften a lot of this. I'm just kind of getting my feel for how this is all gonna You always want to be careful with these white areas. Once you get rid of them, if you want them to be pure white, this is one spot where that's one place where it is hard to bring it back. So you really want to pay attention to what you're doing. In the white areas. And it can be easy to get lost, so just watch what you're doing. And then I'm going to let those dry, and then we can go back and adjust a little bit.